Hi. I thought I would just, normally I have a THRASS workshop where I explain to the parents how I like spellings to be practiced at home. Okay, and so because we can't meet, I thought I'd better do a video. All right, you can ask your children to watch it, but this is actually primarily for you adults. So, we have got some of our spellings here for this week. Okay, not all of them. We normally have 15 spellings a week, okay? And I've written them and I've underlined them. Now, of course, spelling is turning sounds into writing, okay, or words. It's turning phonemes into graphemes, all right? There are 44 sounds in the English language, but there are hundreds of spelling choices or graphemes, okay? And what children have to do is learn to make the right choice, and they can look at their THRASS chart to do that. Now, this week's spellings are quite easy. They're all one-syllable words, and they shouldn't give too much trouble. But there are a few tricky ones, which I call the hot words, and I will explain them to you. Okay, so the first one is ant. The first thing is, of course, the child must know how to isolate the sounds in a word. Ant. But please, this is very important. When they are spelling, they must use the alphabet names, okay? Because the letter A can make many different sounds. It can make A as in ant. It can make R as in banana. I can try to do this backwards. It can make A as in baby. It can make A as in zebra. It can make O as in swan. Okay, so if you say for the word, for example, was, if they're writing the word was, they might write it that. Okay, was, because they're hearing the sounds, but they're not making the correct spelling choices. So when they're learning the word was, for example, they would go W-A-S. Like this. The way we can explain it, it's W as in water, O as in swan, Z as in laser. Okay, so that's why we have to use the alphabet names as well as being able to identify the sounds in the name. So, for ant, A-N-T. So if you're in the car, for example, on the way to school when we come back, please soon, you must, if you say, let's practice our spellings, please don't say, if they say ant, they're not spelling. That's sounding out. Okay, A-N-T. All right. Dam is quite straightforward. D-A-M, D-A-M. Okay, now this one, as, all right, as. As. What's making the Z sound in as? It's S. So please don't use letterland names anymore, and don't use first the one letter makes one sound method, which is S. Okay, that's not how you spell as. There's no S in as, okay? There's a Z. It's A-S, Z as in laser. Okay, of. Now, of is a word with a grapheme catch-all or a spelling choice that is not on the THRASS chart, okay? Because the F is making the V sound. So if your child went to the V box over here, do you notice the clowns have gone? If you go to the V box, you will not see the F as an option, okay? So what I do on my THRASS chart in the classroom is I write it with a pen on my THRASS chart. Now, I don't think you should write on the school's THRASS charts, but when I do my workshop, I'm going to buy you THRASS charts and you can write on your ones at home, okay? So you would put an F here. So it's O-F, of. Okay, and what I tell the children, and I will tell them in their handwriting and spelling lessons, there are no words in English that I can think of that end with a V. by itself. Okay. Normally, if you hear V at the end of a word, it's VE like in sleeve. Now this word off, okay, off, oh, oh, okay. So this is the vowel. So it's not make what letter is that? Okay, oh, okay. It is going to be. It depends how you pronounce, but I would put an O in this box. Okay, an O in this box. Off. Okay, and then as in coffee. All right, so you would go O-double-F, O-double-F. All right, and you say them very differently. Of, off, of, off. Okay, the. Some children might spell the like this, because they hear the schwa sound at the end, and then they'll automatically think that it's a U, okay? But it's a as in garden on the THRASS chart, okay? And then they can see that that's not a grapheme catch-all, okay? So you would go T-H-E, V as in feather, a as in garden. Is a bit like as, with the S making the Z sound, as in laser. And the last one I've put here is bed. So, B-E-D, okay? You sound it out in your head, but then when you're spelling it, you use the alphabet names. That's very important. If anything needs explaining further, please get in touch with me. Thanks a lot.